Welcome to the SELF-ESG Report, Individual ESG Practice Assessment. This video will help you understand your personal contributions to environmental, social, and governance, or ESG, excellence in your daily life, using the TRACE ESG Calendar Framework. The ESG Calendar is a personal ESG reflection tool. Unlike corporate compliance, this focuses on your individual commitment to sustainable practices. Your responses create a comprehensive picture of your environmental footprint and social responsibility throughout the year, across three pillars: environmental, social, and governance. This video will focus on the individual ESG practice assessment, governance. This is a yearly snapshot for Assured ESG Personal Report and involves understanding your individual contributions to ESG through comprehensive personal development tracking. Your ESG journey starts here, measuring personal commitment to ESG principles through 6 key areas of professional development. The focus is on knowledge governance and ethical leadership, helping you stay compliant, informed, and accountable in your professional role. The goal is to track over 200 annual hours of target commitment. The foundation of your ESG knowledge base is built through knowledge acquisition. This includes personal reading and research to stay current with regulations and trends, as well as professional development events like webinars and conferences to deepen expertise and network with industry leaders. Assessment Area 1 focuses on personal reading and research. We measure time spent reading compliance updates, researching ESG trends, sustainability news, and social impact reports. Continuous learning is essential to stay ahead of regulatory changes and industry innovations. Assessment Area 2 covers professional webinars, seminars, and conferences. This includes virtual industry webinars for latest developments, professional seminars for in-depth training on specific ESG topics, and annual conferences for networking and comprehensive perspectives. Engaging in ethical leadership falls under ethical oversight. This involves ethical discussions with peers and friends on governance challenges and supply chain management to ensure ethical practices throughout your organization's value chain. These activities demonstrate your commitment to responsible governance. Assessment Area 3 involves ethical discussions with peers and friends, which contributes to building an ethical culture. Conversations cover governance dilemmas, social responsibility, environmental impact, and stakeholder engagement. Ethical leadership starts with open dialogue and shared learning. Assessment Area 4 focuses on managing supply chain partners and associates. This is achieved through partner audits of ESG compliance, associate reviews to align relationships with sustainability goals, and supply chain oversight for responsible practices and transparency across the value chain. Verifying impact through action is about moving beyond theory to practical verification. This evidence-based accountability includes direct client and customer accountability sessions and site visits and evidence-based learning to verify ESG implementation. Assessment Area 5. Direct client and customer accountability sessions demonstrate your commitment to stakeholder engagement. This includes quarterly progress reviews, ESG performance reporting, addressing concerns, and collaborative goal setting. Data shows that 75% of clients value ESG transparency and 60% prefer regular accountability meetings. Assessment Area 6 covers site visits and evidence-based learning. These activities provide irreplaceable first-hand knowledge of ESG implementation. Travel for evidence-based learning allows you to verify sustainability claims, assess real-world impact, and identify improvement opportunities that desk research cannot reveal. The strategic upskilling method calculates your annual commitment across 3 categories: knowledge acquisition, ethical oversight, and evidence-based accountability. This tracks hours spent on research, discussions and audits, and direct accountability sessions and site visits. This concludes the individual ESG practice assessment repurpose overview. This personal report will examine your expenses, budget, wastage, and performance to help you identify opportunities for meaningful behavioral change related to your personal ESG contributions. Looking at your activities today, which behavior would you like to shift for a better ESG score tomorrow? This assessment focuses on aligning ethical practices with smart financial management, addressing lower expenses, better budgeting, and reduced wastage. We begin with environmental shifts, focusing on waste and transit expenses. The last mile shift involves walking or using a trishaw instead of short car rides. The paperless budget means shifting 100% of billing to digital. Finally, the single-use audit eliminates single-use plastics during work hours. More environmental actions include the, quote, energy consumption shift to implement a power-down routine for electronics, lowering energy bills and extending equipment lifespan. Sustainable sourcing involves buying supplies only from local vendors to reduce transport emissions and support the local economy. Next are social shifts, focusing on human capital and community budget. The mentorship hours shift time toward working with inclusive groups. The community budget allocates funds to support community associations. The family equity shift balances the daily schedule for dedicated family time. Expanding your social impact includes pro bono knowledge sharing for community members. This builds reputation while creating social value. Inclusive networking encourages you to expand your LinkedIn network to include diverse professionals from various age groups and backgrounds. Governance shifts focus on compliance and performance tracking. The Transparency Log is a daily journal of professional decisions and ethical implications. The Supply Chain Audit reviews the ESG practices of your top suppliers. The Regulation Deep Dive shifts to active regulation search. Strengthening accountability involves the Performance Feedback Loop, a monthly check-in with clients to measure performance against ESG standards. The self-reporting habit is a shift from annual reflection to monthly ESG self-reporting to enable agile adjustments. Your ESG Impact Dashboard shows your progress across the 3 pillars. 15 total shifts, covering the 3 core pillars with 100% measurability. These metrics demonstrate how individual behavioral shifts create measurable improvements in sustainability, social equity, and governance compliance. To start your ESG journey today, choose one behavioral shift to implement this week. Track your progress on expenses, budget, and wastage. Then build the habit by expanding to additional shifts as each becomes routine. Regarding your data and privacy, your individual responses are confidential for aggregate analysis and personal feedback. All data is securely stored. You will receive a personalized report with your footprint and recommendations for improvement. The Individual ESG Practice Assessment provides a comprehensive snapshot of your commitment to knowledge governance and ethical leadership. Start tracking today. Set your goals for 200+ hours annually and lead by example to inspire organizational change. For contact and support, you can reach the Sustainable Business Network Association Malaysia, SustNET, by phone, email, or website. Our team is here to support you throughout your ESG assessment journey.